It is SNL, and you know what that means. It is Formula X, season number 10, and we're at round number 6, the final round before the mid-season interval, and we're at Fuji in Japan. The championship at the moment is being dominated by a former champion. Bunnies leads the championship for McLaren on 145 points. He has won 4 of the first 5 races. In second place is another former champion, Gasman in the Ferrari. He has 111 points. In third place is the final former champion, Ajax in the Renault, the defending champion in fact. He has 98 points. In fourth place in the championship is Bailey in the Red Bull. A very impressive return from Bailey. Fifth place is Morcherry in the Team Lotus, 66 points for him. In sixth place is Yafax in the Alfa Romeo with 55. In seventh place is SNL Jam with 50 points in the Jordan. In eighth place is Rob on drums on 47 points, completing the top 8 and meaning that the top 8 all are different teams. He is 1 point ahead of the Punisher in the Ferrari, who is 9th on 46. Ben is in 10th. The Benetton driver has 40 points, as does Ragimus Prime in the Alfa Romeo. 12th, just 3 points behind them, is Christo in the other McLaren. 13th, just 2 points behind, is the Team Lotus of Bondimus Prime. In 14th place is the Red Bull of Aloe on 32 points. So from 7th all the way down to 14th, there's just 18 points separating the drivers. In 15th place is Mr. Smith on 16 points in the Renault. And of the final full-time drivers is Slenderfella in 16th in the Jordan with 13 points. 17th is Alpha Capri, who had an impressive debut last time out at the Red Bull Ring, and he has 5 points. He is the season reserve. In terms of the team championship, well, it's McLaren leading the drivers, and it's McLaren leading the team championship with 182 points. They have a comfortable margin of 25 points to Ferrari, who have also got a comfortable margin of 43 points to Renault. But then it becomes closer, because Red Bull are just 10 points behind them on 104. Lotus are 3 points behind Red Bull with 101. Alfa Romeo are just 4 points behind with 97. Then it's a 10-point gap to Benetton on 87. So that midfield battle really is tight. And then in 8th place is Jordan on 63. So we're at Fuji for round number 6. Let's have a look at the grid. It's a one-shot qualifying system. We've got 40 laps here as well. I'll talk about the pit window in a moment. But on pole is a McLaren, but it's not the one you were expecting. It is Christo with his first ever pole position in SNL. He qualified on the soft tyre, and he has got softs and mediums, so a very aggressive strategy from the McLaren driver, who starts on pole. He is joined by the ever-impressive qualifier, Bondimus Prime. Bondimus qualified on the medium tyres in his Lotus as well. He's got soft, medium and hards for this race. In third place is SNL Jam in the Jordan. He qualified on the soft tyres and has soft mediums for this race, so aggressive, just like Christo. In fourth place is our first championship contender, Gasman, currently second in the championship. He qualified on the soft tyre, medium tyre, should I say. He has medium and hards for the race, so quite conservative from the Scotsman. In fifth place is his teammate, the Punisher. Another impressive session for him. Softs in the qualifying, soft, medium and hards for the race. In sixth place is the Benetton of Ben. He qualified on the medium tyres and has soft, medium and hards for the race. Only 3 drivers used the softs in qualifying. In seventh, again out-qualified by his teammate, is Morcherry in the Team Lotus. He's currently in 5th in the championship. He qualified on the medium tyres and has soft, medium and hard for the race. In 8th place, the man currently in 16th in the championship, slender fella in the Jordan. He qualified on the medium tyres as well. He has medium hards and hards for the race. In 9th place is Regimus Prime in the Alfa Romeo. He has hard tyres and he has soft hards and hards for the race. In 10th place is the defending champion Ajax in the Renault. He qualified on the hard tyres and has all hards for the race, so he's just looking for damage limitation at this circuit. 11th is Rob on drums in the Benetton. He is medium tyres for qualifying, soft, medium and hards for the race. In 12th place is Bailey in the Benetton, currently 4th in the championship. He qualified on hard tyres. He has soft, mediums and hards for this race. He's closely followed by his teammate Aloe in that Red Bull. He qualified on hards as well and also has soft, medium and hards for the race. In 14th is Yafax in the Alfa Romeo, qualifying on the hard tyre. He has soft, hards and hards for the race. In 15th place is Mr. Smith in the Renault. He qualified on the medium tyres and has soft, medium and hards. And that means at the back of the grid is Bunnies. He missed qualifying. He wasn't able to join us on time, so qualifies last, having not set a time. He would have been on the medium tyres, and he has medium, hards and hards for the race. So that is the grid. We have 40 laps here. The pit window opens at the end of lap number 3 and closes at the end of lap number 37. The drivers must make pit stops during that period. Unless it rains, which it will here, they have to have 3 tyre stops. So use all 3 tyres that they've nominated for this race, unless it rains, which is an option here at Fuji. So, without further ado, let's get this race underway with Christo on pole position. Thank you everyone that's watching us live. Say hello in the chat. I will respond to you. So, Christo on pole in the McLaren with Bondimus in second, Jam in third, Gasman in fourth, and the Punisher in fifth as we go for 5 red lights here in Fuji for round number 6 of Formula X. And it's go, and it's a great start by Bondimus. And Christo as well is straight on the overtake as they go into turn number 1. Jam goes up the inside and in fact goes up into first place. In the background we saw a car going out wide, possibly going onto the grass, but everybody's through turn number 1 okay, as we see the Red Bulls side by side going into the tight left-hander. It's tighter than you think, but it deserves bravery. They all go 100R. They are going 3 wide on this opening lap down towards the tight left-hander. But Rob on drums has Bailey behind as we see Ajax fighting on those hard tyres. But at the front of the field, it is Jam in the Jordan as Mount Fuji stands prominently in the background. Jam leading from Christo with Bondimus second, Gasman fourth, and Ben up to 5th, jumping the Punisher at the start. Morcherry trying to have a go at the Ferrari as they enter the stadium section towards the Panasonic hairpin for the last corner. But everybody through that safely, so it is Jam leading for Jordan here in Fuji. In the background we can see Bondimus having a move on Christo as they go towards turn number 1. He's got Gasman in his slipstream, the Ferrari driver, making it 3 wide as they go down towards turn 1 here on lap number 2. Gasman into the lead then of this group, but he runs wide and Bondimus clears him, and so does Christo. Gasman back on the circuit, but Ben has the opportunity to get past and does in the Benetton. So Gasman went from 2nd to 5th. The Punisher has the attentions of Morcherry. Yafax up to 8th. He started in 13th, so he's had a good start to this race. Bailey getting past Rob on drums as Rob on drums runs wide. He's got Ajax following him closely. Aloe and Bunnies is 13th. Bunnies not having the start he would have liked, from the back of the grid on the medium tyres will go through. The tyre situation is up ahead. Ajax having a move into... Oh, he's done the move, but then Aloe's managed to sneak up the inside as 5 cars fight. Oh, so Aloe gets a little bit of a tap. As 5 cars are fighting, 6 cars in fact, are all fighting for the same piece of tarmac. Up ahead, we can see so many cars fighting. More Cherry on the back of the Punisher and Bailey. The Punisher and Bailey, let's go on board with More Cherry. He's on the outside. The Punisher on the left-hand side trying to get past. Not happening for these drivers. They're going into slipstream mode as Bailey leads them into turn 1 in 5th place. What happens in the background? Yafax tries to have a go up the inside. He does. He gets himself up into 7th place. So this fighting has resulted in a 3-second gap to Gasman. Ben in 4th, Christo 3rd. Bondimus has set the fastest lap on lap number 2 of 19.0 compared to a 19.3 of Jam, leading into Jordan with Bondimus. If we look behind, Yafax has made a move, I think, on Bailey going into turn number 6. The left-hander, actually, he got it on the outside, on the exit. He got a better drive and got past. Behind, we can see everyone, 2 by 2 nearly, as More Cherry fights with Ragemus. Alpha Capri in the chat. Quite a long message actually from Alpha Capri. I'll get back to that because More Cherry is going up the inside of Ragemus, but not able to get past. Look at these drivers. There's about 7 drivers just nose to tail going through this section. There's 8 drivers in fact, because you've got Slenderfella just at the back of all of this. In 15th, we can go on board with him as he comes into the pits at the end of lap number 3 to get rid of his hards. Let's have a look then at others in terms of the standings. Medium tyres for Bunnies is at the back. Now, Jam on soft tyres, mediums for Bondimus. Christo on softs. Gasman is on mediums, fighting with Ben, also on the medium tyre. Yafax now up to 6th place on the softs. Bailey on mediums. Sosh for Aloe. More Cherry is on mediums as he's been attacked by the medium shod Punisher. On board with the Ferrari, nothing doing, as he's got Ragemus looking around the outside of him. Ragemus just briefly ahead on the soft tyres as he then has a move and a possible potential attack on 7th place. He's got Bailey ahead of him. There's a roadblock for the Alfa Romeo. Will he move up the inside here? It'd be a brave move. No, not quite. Let's go through the rundown. So, Mr. Smith has got the soft tyres. He's up the inside of More Cherry. Rob on drums then gets past on the medium tyres. It's chaotic here. Hard tyres for Ajax and then mediums for Bunnies and Slenderfella. It is bedlam here in the middle of the pack. Mr. Swift getting past Rob on drums now into the Panasonic corner as we see Ragemus has gone off. What happened to Ragemus on the exit? He's possibly just clipped the curb on the exit. It does have a gully. He's hit the grass and just slightly spun. Half spin for him. At the front though, Jam leads, has everybody behind him. Gasman moving up to turn 1 and moves to 2nd. Let's have a look at the live chat. Alpha Capri saying, A up Jam, A up chat, hope everyone is well and having a great day. Smash the like button on the way as it's free to do. Don't be greedy. Please like, share and subscribe. It's the SNL Formula X. And it's absolute chaos in these early laps. We're on lap number 5 of 40 here at Fuji. We're on board with Ben looking ahead of us. Bondimus is fighting with Christo and Gasman for 2nd place. Very attacking. He runs out a bit too wide on the exit. Gets the grass kicked up. As up the inside, Bondimus moves on Christo in the stadium section, and Christo in fact losing the position. Alpha Capri in the chat saying, love amazing racing guys, as it's calming down a little bit. 7th and 8th are pulling away. The 2 Red Bulls now pulling away from the rest of the field. Punisher 9th. Mr. Smith in 10th place keeping his own. Ajax in 6th, his teammate on the hard tyres. Rob on drums under pressure then from More Cherry. Up ahead though, the two Red Bulls swap positions. Formation flying by the team from Milton Keynes. So Aloe leading Bailey. Alpha Capri saying this looks amazing as Ben is fighting with Christo. Going towards turn 6, the downhill. We can see moves on the exit as Ben gets a little bit squirrely. On board then with the German. He's the top McLaren in this race and he's going to make the move. He's done it. Before they even get to the corner, he's got the line. Ben has to tuck back in to make sure he's not compromised. Gazman then in 2nd place. What's the gap to Jam? It's about 3 seconds. So Jam in the Jordan, very consistent, 19.2, 19.2, 19.0. Gazman in the 19.2s, he did an 18.8 on lap number 4. Gazman is going quicker than the race leader, and he's on the medium tyres. There is not much in terms of lap time with the tyres here at Fuji. It's proven very difficult to pick lap tyres for the race because of that. The softs obviously run out of tread quicker. Gazman had a little look into turn 1. Ben in 4th with Christo fighting hard. Yafax, Aloe, the Punisher going up the inside of Bailey, but Bailey brakes later. And the Punisher gets him on the exit, does he? Yes, he does. Bailey in the chat saying he's erased this race from his memory. Well, currently, he's in 9th place on the medium tyres, having a competitive run. Ajax in 10th, ahead of More Cherry. Mr. Smith is under attack now from Bunnies around the outside of the 100R. Not quite from the championship leader, although he's trying to get the exit, and he has the line against the Renault and is just about past. Just as Rob on drums is trying to follow as they're very close together. Gets a little tap from behind from Regimus. Goes up the inside, Rob. No, not quite. Regimus again. Compromised a little bit. Oh, and he's gone. Okay. Jam in 1st place. Gazman, oh my word, they're 3 wide. Going down the straight. We're on board with Gazman. Going into turn 1. So Gazman 3rd. Nope, not quite. So these 4 battling really hard on lap number 8. Christo, Gazman, Ben and Bondimus down to 5th place now. As up ahead, Gazman having a little look at Christo. Christo in 2nd place. Now Gazman up the inside. Nicely done by the Ferrari driver. Ben has a look as well. Ben gets himself up into 3rd. He's on the overtake. But Christo has the line and will hold the position. Are they going 3 wide? That would be crazy. Oh my word, Ben getting round the outside, running a little bit wide on the exit. Christo in 4th place with Bondimus. Oh my word, these 3 are fighting hard through the stadium section. We go, the crisscross back and forth. Final corner. So many different lines you can take through here. 21.1, you can see what battling does though, it slows you down. They had been doing 19s on the previous lap, but now they are holding each other up. Ben up the inside of Christo. Christo though makes the move into turn 1. Nicely done there. Aloe in 7th place, just pulling away now from the Punisher. The Punisher in 8th. It's looking a little bit grey here to go on board with the Red Bull of Bailey. This track, it is hazy. As we said before, it can rain. We saw rain last week as well at the Red Bull Ring. Will it happen here at Fuji? Mr. Smith in 13th place. Rob on drums 14th. Slender fella on the medium tyres now. So he's running mediums. He was on the hards. Has he done 2 stops? No, he hasn't, judging by the distance he is from Rob on drums and Mr. Smith. So it's a Jordan 1:15. Jam leading, slower lap on the last lap, a 20.1 for Jam on lap 8, so he lost 0.8 on the last lap. And a 21.2, so is it looking cooler? Possibly. There could be moisture in the air here. 21.4 from Christo as well. Other drivers are lapping about half a second off their pace a bit. Aloe, though, sets his best time, so 19.8. So Jam must have made a mistake on the previous lap. It's in the background, Ajax, trying to make a move, but actually gets overtaken by his brother. So Bunnies in 9th place, Ajax 10th, Morecherry in 11th on board as we go to the 100R. And in fact, Bunnies gets a move done on Bailey. What happened here? On board with the championship leader. So through Coca-Cola. And Bailey just backing out, I think. Got the corner wrong. I have to be careful through there not to cut it too much, because there is a pole there. So Jam leading again at the front. What's his gap? About 4 seconds to Gasman. So Gasman now pulling away from Ben. Bailey saying that he gave Bunnies the position. Ah, there we go. He felt the speed of Bunnies behind. Bondemus then in the slipstream of Ben. He's on the overtake going down the main straight. It is still grey here. You can see the lights blazing on the gantry as they go down the straight. Bondemus now up into 3rd place, but Ben has the inside line. Will Ben make the move into turn 1 and hold the position? He does. Will Christo follow him on the exit, on board with the McLaren driver as they head to the Coca-Cola curve of turn number 3? No. All of this is helping Yafax catch up at 19.8. Christo actually catching up as well. So these 4 drivers fighting hard. They're actually setting similar times to 19.6. Jam at 20.0. So Jam a few slower laps, but he's in the lead of the race. Gasman 2nd place battling. Ben is behind in the Bennett. Oh, a little bit of a slide. And in the background is Christo getting up the inside of Bondemus. Bondemus keeping us entertained. Bailey saying he didn't have the pace in the race. Christo and Bondemus do, though. Bondemus having the advantage. Ben sliding around the circuit as well, trying to break that slipstream as Bondemus is nearly out of overtake. You can see the red light above his head as it goes into turn number 1, but oh my word, Christo, what a dive by Christo. It's made for him to go wide, but he had an opportunistic look into turn 1, dived in the middle of these 2 drivers. He's a long way back. Oh my word, did he just miss his braking point? Possibly, because he runs out wide and loses it on the exit. Oh, a promising race for Christo as he gets overtaken now by Aloe. Will Bunnies catch him, his teammate? Not quite. In the background, Morecherry and Ajax still continuing a fight. I think Morecherry's maybe gone round the outside of Ajax, or up the inside as the yellow flag was waving briefly. Morecherry keeps the position. Ajax on the exit trying to get past, but he's on the hards. That's all he has in this race. Bailey down in 11th place now. Rob on drums 12th. In the pits is Mr. Smith. Soft tyres being changed out, and he will have mediums, I suspect. No, he's gone onto the hards. So he's onto the hards. Jam back into the 19s. 19.4 for him on the last lap and a 20.0 for Gasman. So Jam back into the 19s. A couple of laps in the 20s. As it did get grey and a bit slidey, possibly, for the race leader. Yafax in 5th place. He can see 4th ahead. with Bondimus with the red light. That means he has less than 25% of his overtake remaining. The green light on Ben says he's got more, and he's got half of his overtake. If you look on the gauge that is flashing red at the bottom of the screen. So the race just starting. Oh, just starting. Press the wrong button. To calm down a little bit now as drivers start to spread out through the field. We've seen the first few pit stops as well. Punisher on medium tyres, so he's had a mistake on lap number 9. He did a 32.9 on that lap. Slenderfella has done pit stop and is in 40 on the mediums, and Mr. Smith is on the hards. He's had a crash though. Heavy damage at the front of the car. At the front of the field, Jam leading back in the 20s, but that's a 20.6 for Gazman. Ben in third place on attack, trying to keep the car through the shortcuts really. This is the short course of Fuji. So Ben, you see slightly different line to Bondimus ahead of us, and Ben actually catching up to Gazman I think a little bit as they go into the home straight. What does Ben have to do? Now the slipstream here is quite big. You don't have to be that close to the driver in front to get the benefit of it, as you see Bondimus having a little cheeky look as the sun starts to shine once more here in Fuji. Round number 6 of Formula X Season 10. Gazman leading. Gazman is second, so should I say. Bunny's in 7th. So as it stands, Gazman will be very happy with the race. Ajax and 9 on the hards. That is competitive. Doing 20.5s, 20.1 for Morcherry. And say the tyres are very similar. 19.8 for Jam, so they're not that different. About a second between all three compounds once you get the hards warmed up. As in the background we've got Ben. Did he make a move on Gazman? This will be brave. Moves up the inside. Hits the apex. Gazman though has the inside line for the next part of the stadium section. Oh, as they run side by side, Gazman just peeking ahead into Panasonic corner. And Ben, his nose is there, and he's got Bondimus pushing him along. This is helping Yafat catch up to the back of them on board with the Alfa Romeo driver. He's now in the slipstream of the drivers behind him, so he'll get the benefits. Left front, though, is not happy. As we go back to the battle for second, Ben looking at the inside into turn 1. Will he brake later than Gazman? He has to be careful, though, because he's got Bondimus right behind him, just in case. And they've now got Yafax joining them for the fight as they head towards Coca-Cola. Bunny's on his own in 7th place. Got the other Team Lotus of Morcherry in 8th. Ajax in 9th. Have we had any more pit stops? Christo looks like he may have made a stop. He's on a fresh set of soft tyres, so he has made a stop. The driver that was on pole is now 14th in this race, but he has made a stop. Jam currently leading the field in the Jordan. A tribute to Eddie Jordan, who passed away just over 10 days ago in real time, if you're watching this back. So Jam leading for Jordan. Got Gazman behind. They're setting similar lap times as Yafax pits. So Yafax had caught the back of this group, then having a little look into turn 1, a little bit of a touch with Gazman as they went into the braking zone. It's a good job we don't have full damage on GT7. There'll be a few front wings disappearing, I suspect. Bunny's then up to 6th as Morcherry's 7th. Ajax 8th and Yafax, after his pit stop, on the hard tyres now, that's all he's got for the rest of this race, is ninth. Rob on drums has got ahead of Bailey. Bailey in the 22s now on the mediums. So that early 120, the exception for Bailey today. The Punisher finding his way back on the medium tyres. He's in the 120s, so he'll be catching Bailey quickly, I would suspect. Slenderfella also 120s. 19.8 for Christo, so he's back on the pace. He's faster than the race leader, Jam, who has led since turn number 1. He's in the 120s now. His tyres starting to look a bit warm. Ben has managed to get past Bondemus, and Gasman's down in 4th place now. So Gasman tucked up in the slipstream, but they're running so much quicker. They're in the 180s as they go into turn 1. So it was very close. They're probably gaining about 18 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour on Ben by that slipstream effect. Gasman up the inside into the Coca-Cola. These three are the closest battles that we have in the race. I think in the background, Yafax not close enough. Although we've got the Punisher and Bailey. So the Punisher has got past Bailey into turn 1. This nice little slipstream move, dives up the inside. Has the apex, and the Canadian gets past the Brit for 11th. These two having a great season, both of them. But currently this race not proving a happy one for the pair. Up front though, Jam leading 26 and 28 by Ben. So just holding that gap now. From the early part of the race, Ben in 2nd place. Gasman just keeping himself in the slipstream. Ferrari, as Jam comes into the pits. So soft tyres are going to be changed by the race leader. In comes the Jordan. Through weight. No fuel needed. Cars will do fuel in this season. They don't need to use them. Medium tyres for Jam then. He has softs remaining and he comes out ahead of Bunnies. So Bunnies in 6th place, sees the former race leader ahead of him. Morcherry is in 7th. So Ben now leads the race for Benetton. He's led before this season. His top 3 as it stands now then. Ben leads from Gasman, but Gasman has got all the pressure of Bondemus behind him. Bondemus, though, you can see his light is out. He has no overtake remaining in that Lotus. So on lap number 18, he is out of his overtake. He's burnt through it, trying to keep on the back of Gasman. The tyres looking quite worn. The pickup happening as Bondemus gets Gasman on the exit. Nicely done. The different lines, as we said before, prove very helpful through that section. You can have different lines, you can overtake in different places. Gasman bump drafting, moving themselves up into 187 miles an hour. And look how close they get to Ben as they get into turn 1. Ben all of a sudden has got 2 cars on the back of him, but he's managing to pull away on the exit as those 2 fight each other. So Ben leads here in Japan. Aloe up to 4th place. Aloe, we haven't seen him this season have one of these drives. He's down currently in 14th in the championship. This is a driver that lasts couple of seasons has got podiums, pole positions in Formula X, and he's down in 14th in the championship as Gasman slides himself past Bondemus once more. He's 2 again into the stadium section. Different lines. Brilliant. Some drivers don't like it though because of that. It's such a tricky section to get right. as Gazman again runs wide, and that means Bondimus can just go up the inside of him. It must be Gazman's line. The two of them using different positions as... Here's Gazman going in the pits. He is. So Gazman decides, right, I'm going in the pits now. Ben still leads then, as up ahead Mr. Smith has made a pit stop. That's his final one of the race as he slows into turn 1. Aloy up into third. So Mr. Smith, he's on the medium tyres now. So he's done 2 stops. As we see drivers coming through. So Bailey on the mediums, Rob on drums. They haven't stopped yet. Yafax has stopped. Gazman has stopped, and Gazman on the hards. Now, he's got medium hards. I suspect we'll see the 1 lap special from Gazman. Yafax can't do the 1 lap special on the hards. He has to run double hards this race. Unless it rains, which the sun is shining here in Fuji, so it possibly won't happen. Morcherry up to 6th. Bunnies in 5th place with Jam ahead of him. Jam on the mediums. Bunnies is up to speed with those mediums. Yes, they're a bit worn out, but he knows exactly what the grip is available to him. As Jam uses a bit of overtake out of the final corner. As drivers ahead look like they're pitting. In comes Ben, so Bondimus leads. And Ben in the Benetton pits. From the lead of the race, the medium tyres getting changed. So does Aloy. In comes the Benetton. What does he pick? He's got softs and hards available to him. Possibly he'll do a hard 1 stopper. 1 lap special. Yes, he's going to do that, I suspect. It's becoming a bit of a pattern for drivers as he struggles to get the car stopped into turn 1. That means Yafax can have a go at him. He's up to speed with his hards. As Aloy also on the hards too. Did Gazman stop? He did. He's dropped behind Christo and Slenderfellow. So Gazman now on the medium tyres once more. We've seen him do 19 laps, so he'll easily get to the end of the race on this strategy. Slenderfellow on the mediums. He needs to run a set of hards later on in the race. But at the front of the field, it's Bondimus once more in that Team Lotus car. We've seen it before this season. He has been up there in the early stages, but again, he's 13th in the championship, so it is incredibly tight. A driver that we've seen at the top of the races, down in 13th. Jam in 2nd. Trying to get up to speed with these mediums. It's been a while. So he's in the 20s, so he's got the lap time back. Morcherry in 4th place. He's in the 21s. He's in the background. We can see a few drivers. Ben has the pressure, but Aloy into the pits then. Comes Aloy. And Rob on drums coming in now as well. So Aloy on the hards for his 2nd stop. He will put on the medium tyres for this stint. Rob on drums in 2 for his 1st stop. In comes the Red Bull. Tyres getting changed. And the medium tyres will be applied. There we go, mediums. Rob on drums is on the softs. As drivers start to filter through their session. So Ajax. Ben's got the pressure of Yafax. Ben is still on the hard tyres. So that is an interesting move. Ben hasn't gone for the 1 lap special. He's holding himself. Oh, he runs wide though. He feels the pressure from Yafax. Punisher in 8th place. Morcherry. Bunnies in the slipstream of Jam still. They try and catch the race leader. 21.1 for that. 20.5 for Jam. Getting a little slip front boost from Bunnies, but Bunnies not going for the move up the inside. His tyres are worse than the driver in 2nd place. He uses a bit of overtake just to get out the corner. Morcherry up to 4th now as the shuffle starts to really take place. Ben under pressure from Yafax into turn 1. Yafax has a little move into turn 1, but nothing happening. Christo in 8th. The Punisher comes in for his 1st stop of the race. Medium tyres coming off. Does he put the hards on? He's got softs and hards available to him. Yes, he does. So, again, 1 lap possibly on those hards. Rob on drums in 14th place. Right behind, but he's got the soft tyres, so he's got a possible move. Mr. Smith has done both his stops as he is lapped down. Bondemus still leading the race on lap number 23. He has not stopped yet. So he's going a long way on these medium tyres. They're looking quite fresh though. Jam on the softs. Has got Bunnies just behind him. Bunny's quite happy in the slipstream of the former race leader. They go down. It looks a bit grayer once more. So they're in the 120s on the medium tyres. And there's the bump. They go into turn 1. The Jordan in second. Bunny's in third. Morcherry 4th. Ajax is in 5th. He has not stopped, I don't think. No, his hard tyres, lap 24. He probably, if this was last season, he would have gone on the hards all race long and put some fuel in it. This season, though, you have to change the tyres and not refuel. It's resulting in some very different strategies, different positions being gained, drivers having stints really in every place of the grid during a whole race. 40 laps here at Fuji, and Gazman, who was in second at one point in this race, down in 9th, but he has done 2 stops. So his race is with those further up the field. Christo we saw on pole. He's on his second stint on the soft tyres. McLaren driver pushing hard, really finding his feet in Formula X. There is a 3-week gap, and then we have the Nordschleife. So at the end of March, we have the Nordschleife. So after all of the Easter shenanigans, if you celebrate Easter, we will be back for the Nordschleife and 6 more rounds of the championship. 12 rounds in season number 10, back to the original format that we had in the first ever season here in SNL. 12 rounds of that championship. So it's a long way to go still, as Bondemus now has the pressure of Jam and Bunnies catching him. Bunnies quite happy, as I say, in the slipstream of Jam. Jam pulling him along towards Bondemus. So these 3 now in the same screen. Bondemus in the Lotus. Lots of laps led this season by Lotus, in both Morcherry's case and Bondemus's case. The driver helmet looking, oh, a slide by Bondemus in the penultimate corner as he goes into the final corner of the circuit. Panasonic corner. Does he pit? It looks like he's going to pit this lap. Jam gets past him as Bondemus goes to pit, so Jam back into the lead of the race. He's got Bunnies behind him. Bunnies again bump drafting down the straight. They're in the 120s. So they're about the same pace as Bunnies was doing before. Bondemus then in 3rd. Morcherry in 4th place. He's doing similar lap times, so everyone on the medium sort of on that same pace. Ajax will jump up into 4th place. Bondemus leaves the pits. Does he have the hard tyres on? Yes, he does. We know the strategies now. After we've seen 6 rounds, this is our 6th race, we know this 1 lap on the hards is popular, although Ben is not deploying it right now. Ben, though, he's got softs to run, so he must be thinking, I can't run the softs for very long around this circuit. Gazman 8th now, Aloe on those mediums in 9th, with Rob on drums on the softs. So Aloe has made 2 stops too. Bailey still on the medium tyres from the beginning of the race. Slender fella on the mediums, but he did make a stop. He started the race on hards. Christo has made his 2nd stop, so he's on mediums to the end of the race. The Punisher is on his soft tyres to the end of the race. So we're getting to the point where some drivers have done multiple stops. Jam in 1st place, 21.1 from Jam, so not the fastest lap there from the Jordan. Morcherry into the pits then. Comes the Lotus, the medium tyres. What does Ajax do? Ajax does not pit. So Morcherry, the Lotus crew, waiting for their driver. They've just serviced Bondimus, and now they've got Morcherry in. What does Morcherry choose to put on? Hards, I suspect. As it looks like... Oh, it's softs. So soft tyres for Morcherry. Gasman in 8th. So Morcherry on soft. So he's going longer. Ben has been overtaken by Yafax. Where did this happen? It happened on the outside of turn number 1. On board with Yafax then. It's got the outside line. So the move isn't done. Ben is on his inside. But then he gets the drive out of the corner. And Ben has to settle for 6th place. But he won't be doing that for long, I'm sure. Yafax gets himself up into 5th in that Alfa Romeo. Ben, though, pushing hard. Will he make the move down the hill? He's not close enough, though. Will he get it on the exit? Ooh, he nearly did. He nearly did. Yafax was on the apex, though. So the cutback was not on. So, as the race seems to have settled down a little bit, Jam leads from Bunnies. Bunnies has not made a stop yet. And it looks like he may be looking to dive in the pits this time round. No, he doesn't. So Bunnies doesn't pit. Ajax has not pitted either. He's ahead of Bondimus, who has stopped, but we suspect Bondimus will dive into the pits right now. He follows Ajax. He's tucked up behind. No, he doesn't pit. So he's on the slipstream, trying to get past Ajax for 3rd place. And the Lotus gets the move done on the Renault. The defending champion, though, tucked back up to have a move into turn 1. Can he do it? Up the inside, he can. So Ajax is back into 3rd. Yafax and Ben also having a great scrap between the two of them for 5th place. Ben looks like he's got a great move. He's got a nose just close enough to have... No, he doesn't. Yafax keeps the corner into Coca-Cola, down into 100R. Ben, though, close enough. Round the outside they go. Side by side, Bondimus has got past Ajax as well, as Ben makes the move. Bondimus in 3rd place then, back ahead of the Renault. Remember, the Renault has not stopped on those hard tyres. Looking for different lines, as we said before, going through as Jam and Bunnies pit. So the two race leaders into the pits. Bondimus then, will he regain the lead of the race at this stage? It looks like he will. He's got Ajax tucked up in his slipstream. Although Jam is coming out of the pits with Bunnies, and Jam stays in the lead of the race as Yafax pits. So Bunnies in 2nd, Ajax 3rd. So he got past Bondimus into turn 1 as we watch the race leaders come out of the pits. So Bunnies on the hard tyres. Do we see Bunnies do the hards for 1 lap? He's got hards as another option, though, so the benefit really isn't there of doing that strategy. Ben has got Morcherry behind him. Morcherry's done a really fast lap on his softs. So Morcherry using those softs to his advantage. He's got Ben ahead of him on the hard. These two drivers very, very closely matched. Let's see what the benefit of the soft tyres is. Oh my word, the grip of Morcherry compared to Ben as he came out of the corner of the downhill hairpin. As up ahead, Ajax has just got ahead of Bondimus. So Lotus are 4th and 5th in this race. With Morcherry catching his teammate Ben, sliding all over the place. Gasman quietly going about his business in 7th. Lowy in 8th has got Rob on drums catching him. Rob on drums is on the softs. Lowy on the mediums. So that is the situation as it stands at the front of the field. It's Jam and Bunnies. It's very close still. So Jam at the front, just ahead of Bunnies. Now we've seen this from Bunnies all race. He's got to stop again. Jam doesn't. So Bunny's possibly using the slipstream to help him go along on these hards. Ajax in third, still hasn't stopped. Bondimus hasn't stopped on the hards. He's got a set of soft tyres to run. As Mr. Smith moves out of the way of Jam. And Bunny's catches up through there, a little bit more speed than Jam. Maybe a bit braver. Through the corner, Jam obviously has not been in this position for a very, very long time in Formula X. Leading a race for Jordan. Jordan haven't been in this position since season number 5. As Jam's red light pops on now to say he's got less than 25% of his overtake. The gap between the leaders, it's about a second, maybe not even that. It is very tight. As we see in the background, the two Lotuses, 4th and 5th. Now, will Morcherry get up the inside of his teammate? No orders yet from the Blue Lotuses, the Essex Steel Lotuses of 1981, driven by Nigel Mansell with these cars. In his early career in Formula 1, Morcherry gets the drive though. He's got the move up the inside, surely, on his teammate. Yes, he does, although he's having to use the overtake because Bondimus is saying, no, I'm not going to give it to you that easily. In fact, Bondimus is still ahead of him. So Bondimus has kept the position. So no team orders at all at Lotus. So Lotus mentality is let them fight. The Godzilla principle here in Japan. But Morcherry getting past now. Bondimus primed. The battle for third. No, he's going to pit now. No, he doesn't. He decoys even us. Gasman quite happily though in the 20s, 20.57 for him on the last lap, compared to a 21.6. So he's catching these drivers up by a second. So he's looking for third place. As Bunny's a 19.8 and Jam a 19.2. So Jam just pulling away slightly from Bunny's now. As we see Rob on drums coming into the pits for his last stop of the race, unless it rains, which the drivers will be hoping no. Rob on drums has hard tyres to run. He's got a long run now on the hards to finish this race off. He drops down to 13th place. Christo, the former pole position man, in 10th, but he's done 2 stops. Slenderfella has got 1 stop remaining. Punisher has done 2 stops and he's just ahead of Rob on drums. The gap between these two, very close. Soft tyres for the Punisher, hards for Rob on drums. Bailey is on his hard tyres now. He runs a little bit longer. Mr. Smith is getting the blue flags. The drivers, it looks like that's from Morcherry. It is. As now Bondimus comes into the bits. No, he doesn't. So Bondimus is having a... I don't know what Bondimus is doing really, because Gasman's not close enough for the decoy to work. Loe's in 7th place. Ben is on the softs in 8th. 9th is Christo, because Christo has got past. Christo's already got past Yafax, so he decides not to bump draft, but instead uses the momentum to get past before the corner. Can Yafax get up the inside? No answer on the hard tyres. Punisher trying to get himself into that battle for 9th. As Jam leads in the Jordan. So Jordan in 1st place now. gap to Bunnies, just eking out bit by bit now. Hard tyres of Bunnies being used. Jam using a little bit more overtake out of Panasonic. Just to keep the gap up. As he goes on to lap number 34 here in Fuji. Like, share and subscribe if you haven't done so to SNL, where the action is always intense. Ajax then coming in for his first stop on lap number 33. In he comes. Bondemus is in too, so that means Gazman in the Ferrari moves himself up into 4th place. So he's 4th now. Morcherry is in 3rd. Morcherry, though, hasn't stopped for his last set of tyres. He's got a set of hard tyres to run in this race, unless it rains. Maybe a last moment of rain could help him. If it rains, he doesn't have to stop again. Christo in 8th. He's jumped ahead of Bondemus, who slipped into the gap with Yafax. The gaps are incredibly tight. As Ajax just is ahead. 7th. He's about a second ahead of Christo. Less than half a second between Bondemus and also... Oh, Yafax nearly losing the position all around. About a second between them. The Punisher catching up to the back of Slenderfella. The Slenderfella looks like he's under pressure from the Punisher. Punisher setting some fast times himself on board with the Ferrari then as they go into the stadium. On lap number 34. Will it be a familiar move? Line it up into the Panasonic corner. Oh, he's done it on the exit. So the Punisher getting past on the exit of the corner. As Ajax pits, and he will change to another set of hard tyres for his final stop of the race. So will Slenderfella. He'll be on a set of hards for the last 6 laps too. His teammate leading the field in the Jordan. He's got Bailey just ahead of him, who lets him past. Bunny's dropping back. He's about 3.5 seconds behind Jam now. Jam using again that overtake out of the Panasonic. Bunnies, will he pot into the pits? He does. So Bunnies is pitting now to do the last 5 laps of the race on hard tyres. Morcherry does not stop. So Morcherry's keeping those soft tyres on his car. He's doing 19.8, Jam 19.7. So he's keeping on the same pace as the race leader. So Morcherry quite happy in 2nd place. But remember, he has to stop still. Gazman in 3rd. He is ahead of Bunnies. This is key then, the championship rivals. Gazman is ahead. He's pushing away in the Ferrari. Bunnies on the hards with a Lowy 5th. Lowy doesn't have to stop. And he's got Ben on the softs behind him. Ben doesn't have to stop either. Ben's looking very racy. Lowy on the medium tyres. Ben putting the pressure on. So the Red Bull driver has got a very fast looking Benetton, trying to fill his mirrors. Lowy has less overtake as well in comparison. In 7th place is Bondemus. He's got Christo all over the back of him, on board with the German. Was on pole, his first ever pole position in SNL. These two actually were on the front row together. They're 7th and 8th, but Christo has a chance. It's in the slipstream. Will he get past the Lotus as they go down the home straight? Bondemus defends the inside line, but Christo is ahead according to the chart on the left-hand side. Bondemus, though, tries to keep the apex away from Christo, but Christo is able to drive around the outside of Bondemus, and Bondemus is on the soft tyres. So Bondemus is going for it in these last few laps. Aloe has been overtaken by Ben. Was that into turn 1? Yes, it was. Ben moving up the inside. Ben up to 5th place. A 19.1 for him, his fastest driver on the circuit, I would imagine right now. Let's have a look at his times. Yes, Jam in 19.8s. Compared to Morcherry's 19.7s. Gasman, 21.2 for him on the last lap. That's not what he needs with a bunny all over the back of him. Championship rivals together on circuit. We've not seen this too much this season, although Dragon Trail, they were side by side in the closing stages. Gasman got the better of bunnies in that circumstance. As Morcherry goes into the pits, Gasman has the need to defend the position. His left front looking very warm. Bunnies looking around the outside, makes the move before they go into turn 1. What does Gasman do? Gasman goes back up into 2nd place. But Bunnies on the exit gets the better drive. So Bunnies stays in 2nd. Gasman 3rd. Morcherry's made his pit stop. He's on the hard, and crucially, he is ahead of that battle of Aloe and Ben. Aloe's got back up the inside of Ben. As Ben and Aloe fighting hard. Only 3 laps to go then. As Morcherry tries to get up to speed with his hard tyres. Again, the clouds are forming, although it could be the setting sun. We're on board with the Red Bull. Lap 38 of 40. It is tight between these drivers. 4th, 5th, 6th, all together. Christo, he's a bit behind. He's about 7 seconds behind this battle. As we have Bunnies and Gasman. Gasman dropping behind Bunnies. So Bunnies in the 19s on the hard tyres. So the speed is there. Jam in the 20s. Although, what is the gap between the two? It's about 20 seconds. Oh, that was Mr. Smith losing it into turn 1. It's an impressive loss of grip. Morcherry still in 4th. 5th is Aloe. Ben in 6th, on board with the Benetton. Mr. Smith letting them pass on the exit of the Coca-Cola curve. This is the battle for 4th. 2 laps to go. Aloe has a great opportunity on the attack. He's going for the rounding outside move. Surely he won't make the corner. No, he does it. Runs wide. Gets it back onto the circuit. There goes Morcherry. And oh, there's a touch between the two. And there goes Morcherry. And Aloe's spun round as well. Oh, Ben has had to slow. What on earth happened there? On board with the 2 drivers. Let's go with Ben. He is our chauffeur as we see ahead. Aloe on the left hand side, Morcherry on the right as they go side by side. It's not a great place to overtake, but they went for the move. Desperation in these last laps. Oh, and then the concertina effect. Oh, and there. Then Ben slows down, and that means... No, Ben stays in 4th. That was Mr. Smith getting past. Bondemus is up to 5th, Christo 6th, Aloe 7th, Morcherry 8th now. That was spectacular. Bondemus then up into 5th place. He's got Ben just ahead of him. Bondemus could get 4th here. Bunnies has clear of Gasman. Whilst Jam is in the lead for Jordan. The last lap has been started. As we see Bondemus go up into 4th briefly, but Ben back up the inside. This battle for 4th place is not going to calm down. Bondemus in 5th place. Christo is there. Christo could get 4th. His best finish would be that 4th place if he can get it. As they go down to the left-hander, Christo goes up the inside, makes the move. Christo is up into 5th place. Up at the front though, it is Jam in the Jordan, taking victory here in Fuji. His first win since season number 3 in Formula X. The Jordan driver winning for Eddie Jordan. Bunnies is going to finish ahead of his championship rival in 2nd place, less than a second behind between them as they cross the line. 2nd for Bunnies, 3rd for Gasman. Ben is going to finish in 4th place, it looks like. He's on the overtake. He's got to defend because Christo's there. Ben is going to finish an impressive 4th, his 3rd of the season. Another 4th place for him. 5th Christo, 6th is Bondemus, 7th is Morcherry. Oh my word! Aloe and Yafax, what happened there? On board with Yafax going towards the line. He's in the slipstream with Aloe. Did they get tangled with net coding? Don't know. The Punisher 10th. How's the Punisher 10th? It just struck me. 11th place is Ajax. 12th is Rob on drums. Slenderfella has come off the circuit, but he's the driver on the last lap. Bailey was lapped, so was Mr. Smith. So Slenderfella will cross the line in 13th place as the driver on the lead lap. He crosses the line there in 13th place, but his teammate SNL Jam wins for Jordan here at Fuji. As I say, season number 3 was the last time Jam won an Formula X race. It's now season number 10. Such a long gap between victories. 2nd place is Bunnies in the McLaren, keeping his championship charge up. He's only finished in 1st and 2nd place all season long. Gasman in 3rd place, less than a second between the top 2 in the championship. 4th place was Ben. Look how close they all were at the end. Ben in 4th, Christo in 5th, 6th was Bondemus, 7th was Morcherry in the Lotus, Aloe was 8th, just ahead of Yafax, the Punisher in 10th, Ajax 11th, with Rob on drums just behind him, so close in that midfield. 13th was Slenderfella, 14th was Bailey, and 15th was Mr. Smith. But the winner for Jordan, and tribute to Eddie Jordan, who passed away 10 days ago, SNL Jam here at Fuji. We are going away now for 3 weeks for our mid-season break, but do not worry, Formula X will be back in the last week of March with... Not the last week of March, it's the last week of March now. Midway through April with round number 7 at the Nordschleife. Another 6 rounds of this championship after the break. Currently being led by Bunnies. There are some stewarding reviews to be done for this race, so the standings may change. Although, I think the top 3, everything may stay the same with that. So, join us in a few weeks' time. Like, share and subscribe. Watch the rest of the channel as well in that meantime. Without further ado, it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye.